What up, what up, what up? Coach Mike coming at you. I got a short message for you today. It's something that I'm realizing as I'm going through this personal development, and it's been about a month now since I've been making these videos every single day, and I'm learning something. I'm following multiple leaders, guys. Tony Robbins, Joyce Meyer, E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher, Jim Rohn, who else is there? John C. Maxwell, and a lot of the Beachbody coaches out there too. Now, the thing that I'm realizing is people say don't reinvent the wheel. And I never really understood the depth of that. But I'm beginning to get it now that I'm doing this personal development thing every day. You know, what's really powerful is osmosis, learning by osmosis. And you shouldn't really try to reinvent the wheel. And I always thought, well, I want to be original. The thing is, you're going to put your own twist on it and give your own energy, your own passion, your own desire. You're going to have your own story. But a lot of these leaders are saying the same things. Whether it's, you find happiness through contribution, what it takes to be financially healthy, what it takes, have some love and social aspect in your life. And, be healthy, work out, do your hour of power. Like, if you spend a month or two doing this personal development thing, you guys are gonna notice patterns. And a lot of these leaders out there just had mentors who were already doing what they wanted to do, and now they're sharing the same stuff. I remember I heard E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher say this. He's like number 3, number 4 as far as speakers go. And Tony's like 1 or 2. So he tried to figure out. He went to his marketing team and he's like, what is Tony doing? What is he saying that I'm not saying? And his team did a bunch of research. They came back. They said, E.T. he's not saying anything that you're not saying. There's nobody who delivers like you do. But he's got the fireworks show. He's got people walking on fire. He's got the smoke. And it just goes to show you that these motivational speakers, these leaders, they're all saying the similar things. Whatever you want to develop, it's out there for you. If you want to do physical health, there's Tony Horton, there's Shaun T. If you want to know about motivation and what it takes to make change in your life, there's E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher, there's Tony Robbins. If you want to have a spiritual life, Joyce Meyer, Joel Osteen, and there's so many others, but they all kind of have a similar message that is surrounded between pursuing health, wealth, love, happiness, and what it takes to get there. And I remember I heard Joyce Meyer say this when she was going to a service, and the pastor said, that he's gonna do his message on forgiveness. And she goes, oh, well, I don't have any problem with forgiveness. And she just heard her spirit deep down inside say, yeah, you do. Yeah, you got a problem with that. But the point is, what she realized after that is we need to hear messages over and over and over again. It's just like being in math class. Like, I remember when I was in, high school, middle school, if there's a concept that I was trying to learn, sometimes I just needed to hear it differently for it to click, And so honestly, whatever it is that you feel like you want to improve, it's just like pursuing, looking the way that you want to look. If you want to work on your arms, you're going to do bicep curls and tricep kickbacks and, shoulder raises. It's the same thing if you want to feel better about yourself. You're going to read books about self-esteem. You're going to read books about self-help. If you want to be financially wealthy, you're going to study that subject. I'll never forget E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher say this. He said, some people go through life. He helps schools out. And he would hear kids say, oh, I'm not good at math. And, I can't really write. And he's like, that's BS because you have never written before. You suck at math because you've never studied. And so I took this approach, with love. I read all about love. I read all about what it takes to have quality relationships. I applied the same thing to physical health. I researched and I did trial and error, and I ended up with the Beachbody programs, and that works really well for me. I'm learning a lot from Tony Robbins when it comes to the financial aspect. When it comes to visualization, I'm learning a lot from Tony Robbins, E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher, Jim Rohn, John C. Maxwell, Joyce Meyer. I mean, anything that you guys want in life, you can have it. It's not that you suck at it because you don't have it yet. It's because you've never studied before. You gotta give yourself time to develop. I heard E.T. say this too. He said, to get to the new you, you have to outlast the old you. So just be patient with yourself. Give yourself time and stick to your personal development. Stick to your rituals that are making positive changes in your life. And like I said yesterday, you guys are going to get that momentum. And eventually, you're going to be able to deliver these things. Like, it's just going to become a part of you, right? Today, this message, I didn't spend an hour doing research and developing the message. Something came about in my mind, and I decided it was time to deliver it. And that's starting to happen because I'm reading, I'm doing personal development at least an hour a day, right? I start my day with God, I work out every day, then I do personal development. And I'm telling you guys, you will find out that a lot of the stuff that it takes to be successful people are just doing the same things that you already know what to do. They're just doing it over and over and over again, and they've given themselves time to develop. They've developed their craft. They've developed their skill. We all end up in a place where, we're not in our ideal point in life, right? I was 217 pounds. I gained 60 pounds in 6 months. I was addicted to drugs at one time. I went to jail once. But I never went back. I got over drug addiction. I never turned back from gaining weight back to 217. I mean, you gotta give yourself time to develop. And the power of making a decision, of never going back. That's where it is. You gotta develop certainty in your life. And what is gonna develop certainty in your life is when you continue to do the things that you're committed to, and your brain will understand and it will learn that it can count on you. If your brain is used to you making excuses, it's used to you not following through, it's going to be hard at first. To be honest, it might be a battle. But if you teach your brain to set goals and make decisions and that you can count on you, things are going to get much easier. You guys are going to build that momentum, and you're going to become the leaders that you want to. You're going to get to where you want to in life. You've got to give yourself time. To get to the new you, you've got to outlast the old you so that the new you can become you. That's my message for today, guys. I love you guys. Peace.